Hi everyone, I'm excited today. We have some beautiful late summer weather over here and the light is shining bright. I like this, especially to do a little painting. So let's see what we have here. I bought these nice watercolor pencils. Most of the time I will use Faber-Castell or Derwent. I have a sharpener as well. Can it sharpen up this clip? Also Faber-Castell. Nice little sharpener. So we can go to work now. Late summer lighting, we have beautiful clouds. So I have a great example to look at and recreate that on my backdrop. I also have everything ready to paint. Got some acrylic white, titanium white, a bit of deep blue and a bit of black, and of course a nice pointy brush. But we will start off with the pencils to draw the lines. But before I do that, let me show you this. Because watching paint dry is not my favorite hobby, I went to the DIY store last week and bought some wood. When I buy wood, of course I'm checking if it's straight. More important, I check the graining of the wood. I'm always searching for horizontal graining in my lumber because the vertical ones tend to split a lot faster when you're screwing into it. I also take a good look at the placement of the nuts. I don't want them to be on the edge of the wood. They're weak points and it's the first place where the wood will start cracking, breaking or whatever. And when I made sure which pieces I want to use and where, I started measuring them precisely so I can cut them to the exact length I need. This is the first of the two rectangles I need to form the total 9 feet of layout length. It's roughly based on 2 spruce L girders connected with side panels, and I doubled them up with hardwood. Of course I used a couple of jigs and the drill stand to get everything nice and neat. I like my work to be nice and neat, even though you won't see anything of it probably when the layout is finished, but... So what's neat this week, Mr. Patterson? I hope it will be my woodworking skills. And from the spruce ends I already cut a few brackets. So now I can start mounting the brackets to the wall to hold up the rectangle I made. So let's do that the coming week. Because... Welcome everyone. Because some of you watching may have already noticed that in my last video, but hereby I want to do an official and audio-visual confirmation that I ordered my first motive power. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Not again. It was a tough choice between the Jeep 40 and the SD 45, but I chose the 6-axle. The 6-axle. I think they're still tooling it together, but I almost can't wait. The 6-axle. But what I do need now is bench work and a bit of track. I made a horizontal line with some tape to help me to keep things level and square when I'm drawing. So let's go. I think I want some more clouds over here. The top first with the white. I just scribble it a bit where I want it. Just like real clouds. When we do the paint, it will be alright. It's just a SketchUp. Take the gray for the bottom. One behind the other one. I already have drawn in. The bottom of the clouds is always less scribbly, so I just wobbly lines. It's okay. Don't be scared. Step back for a second and just go for it.
Talking to yourself here?
We'll have another big cloud over here connected to that one. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the full length of the backdrop. We have 4 clouds. Okay, let me do this scribbly line again. Just above the lightish blue. And then off to this cloud. The tapes help me to stay level. Maybe this a little bit more up. Somewhere over there. Maybe small one here. You see how that looks? Just trying out things. Oh, that's not level. Don't know if I like that. You have room over here or here for another small one, just to mix up things visually. Oh, it's okay. I think I'm gonna move on to painting. A couple of lines are enough to start painting now. Let's get some white on it. A little bit of black. Tiny bit of blue, deep blue, dark blue, whatever. Choose one. The brush. Let's go. Whoops, I forgot the water. A bit more water.
Load up the brush. And off we go. I'm just scribbling along. They're nice, clear, bright tops on these late summer clouds. At least that's what I see when I'm outside. Some more paint. Get it a bit pointy. And scribbling again. Random scribbles. Again, don't be scared, just do it. Just go for it. Start moving and keep on walking. Just like I said last time.
It's just like that with anything good you're trying to achieve.
Take a step back, take a look at it, and move on. This is my first time doing this as well. Everyone can do it. If you want to. I will leave this one in the back alone for a second. Just making the big one in front of it. Scribbly lines. No dots. Just clear lines. Move the paint around. I will clean this edge up a bit. Here it's very light in the middle and I want it crisp. And yes, this may take some time. Okay, now when I have the line done, I will start with the rest of the cloud. And that I'm gonna do different. Just a piece of cloth. Load it up with paint. And start getting it in. You can see I'm using circles to get paint in the backboard, in the backdrop. That's to make sure you're moving the paint around and it will even up a bit. Step back and go for it. This may take a few layers, but it will work. Keep moving the paint around until it's even. And you see a cloud. Starting to come up. And don't push too hard, but just moving it around. Moving the paint around the cloud. I make circles because that's what clouds do outside, so I hope I recreate the movement of the cloud a bit by making circles. And if you have too much paint in one spot, you can always take it off like this. Clean piece. Press. Take it off. But you can also move it around with the brush. Use it to clean up the edge. Also make circles. Small circles, moving paint around. And I use it to highlight the top of the cloud. Because I already said the tops are always lighter than the bottoms. At least that's what I see outside, so just recreating that, nothing special. Let's leave the brush alone and take the cloth again. Where's my spot? Alright. A bit more water. Keep the paint flowing. a bit more water so it flows easier. There we go. Small circles. First some big ones to get the paint in, and then I make small circles, just moving the paint around again and again. And be patient. Like Bob said, rest in peace, Bob. I loved watching your programs when I was young. And it starts to look like a cloud, don't you think? At least I hope so. Let's take the brush for a second. These spots. Paint is a bit thick over here, so just move it around with a wet brush until it's in the right spot. Or something that I like. I use it just to highlight the tops of these clouds. I work my way all up to the gray line that I have drawn earlier with the white. Just filling it up. Still making circles. You can do left, you can do right. See what fits you. And I'm filling up this whole space with basic white. Titanium white in this case, but you can use some other white. I like titanium white. Just get it paint in. Make sure it's not building up. Just get the paint in. Uh-oh. I will show you. I touched the blue accidentally. No problem. We'll just mix it in like this. Can you see this? I hope you can see this. Maybe over here. A bit of blue I will just mix in. With the white. It will be okay. We can do the bottom of this cloud still. There's always color differences in clouds, so don't worry. Keep on moving. That reminds me of a great song from Don Carlos. A bit too thick. A bit of water. And start moving around again. Think your paint is too thick on some spots, just pick a bit of water and start moving it again. You can always fix that later. There are no mistakes. Only...
If you heard this, please react in the comments in honor of the great Bob Ross. Rest peaceful, Bob.
I think it's coming out quite okay. Remember, this is just the first layer. Yeah, if you want your layout finished tomorrow, don't do this. But that's not my plan. I will take my time. I want it to be perfect. And not just some layout.
Are you still here?
You see, if you're using the paint, you can just create a highlight with a bit more paint on the top than you will use on the bottom. But that's just an example. For now, I will keep moving it around because I want to fill up this whole cloud with white. The right side. You also keep seeing me stepping back, and that's because I want to have a wide view of what I'm doing. If you're this close up, most of the time you won't see where the paint ends up, and if it's, well, if it's looking good. That's just what I'm doing. Does it look good? And if it doesn't look good, I will move on. Go over it, don't be scared. Fear is the worst advice you can get. It does start to look like something. A bit more white over here. And I think I am happy for the moment with this cloud. With the base of this cloud. It's not finished yet. But we have a base. Still a few spots that are too thick of paint, so keep moving this around. Add a little bit more paint, add a little bit more water. Keep on working it. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy.
Great quote. But is this about the end of this video?
And without a plan, you also see some layering started to going on. So that's nice. The brush again with a bit of water and moving this. You know what? Just a bit more paint. Really? You hear that? These are my struggles I have. Nothing comes easy. I can't film like this. My neighbor is going crazy. Luckily my neighbor stopped cutting his hedge as well. So it's all quiet in here again.